Hi, day 6, build your belong. No, 7. Is it day 7? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, day 7. Oh my goodness. I really need to keep a track of this, don't I? Day 7, build your belonging. So my intention for the next 2 days is to keep the videos really super short because there's been a lot of information that I have imparted over the last week, and I don't want to overwhelm. I really want everybody to kind of feel you've got some time to kind of process what I've been saying and the practices. So I'm going to keep today and tomorrow, just short, informative, useful. But to really give you some time just to kind of process really and percolate, if you like, the information that I've been sharing. And I'm going to do that. So we're 1/3 of the way through this series, which is amazing. And I'll do that like with every kind of third, if you like. So I'll do another 5, after today and tomorrow, another 5 days are kind of a bit more juicy. And then we'll have 2 days that are a bit lighter. Because it's a lot, it's a lot to take on board and a lot of learning. And of course, you can come back to these videos, to really sort of consolidate and refresh and take your time with them. But today, I just wanted to talk about the importance of emotional literacy. And it's interesting. So I like to Google topics to kind of read a little bit more about them as well, just to see if there's an angle that I hadn't thought of before I do any videos like this, or working with clients. And interestingly, all of the articles that came up when I googled emotional literacy were all to do with kids. And I guess it's the use of the word literacy, but it got me thinking about, I think in this day and age we are a lot better at teaching children about the emotions that they are feeling. And in fact, recently I ran a session in a secondary school for groups of students, and I spoke about this. I spoke about emotional literacy with them, and there was a neurodiverse student in the class who had with him a wheel of emotion, which is what I'm going to share with you tomorrow. And it was just phenomenal. Like, he spoke to me about it afterwards, and he was telling me how it really helps him because he struggles a great deal with his feelings and kind of expressing them and being clear on what they are, that he has this wheel of emotion that he has with him all the time. So when he is trying to express himself, he's able to kind of look at this wheel and tune into what is going on for him. So he's able then to identify, right, I think I know what's going on for me, and able to express it. And it was just phenomenal to see that. I mean, this was a 12, 13-year-old young man in secondary school, and it's amazing. And then it makes me think about, most of us of a generation have not had exposure to that kind of education. And in fact, we won't have witnessed our parents, we won't have brought up and raised to be particularly emotionally literate, because what we will have probably, been used to experiences is I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm fine. Like kind of 3 points on a spectrum. And of course, it's way more colourful than that, way more colourful. And I'm not just talking about the negative and more challenging emotions. I'm also talking about, everything that is positive too. So I want to just share with you why this is important and kind of give you a little bit of an overview of what happens. So when we're babies, we are really emotionally literate. We express ourselves. We have no qualms about expressing everything that we're feeling, because that's how we communicate. And then over time, essentially, we get shut down. We get told how we're supposed to feel. We get told that we're wrong for feeling angry, for feeling frustrated, for feeling disappointed is one that I think I struggle with quite a lot. Like I feel desperately uncomfortable with feeling disappointed. I don't know how to handle it. And I'm guessing at some point in my life I have been told that, it wasn't okay for me to be disappointed. And so of course I don't know how to manage it. I don't in my body, I literally don't know how to hold it, and it's a work in progress for me. And of course then when, as we grow up, we then learn, okay, I'm not allowed to feel anger. And this is, I've obviously been covering topics like this as we've gone through. So how on earth do we express ourselves adequately if we have spent most of our lives believing that feeling these emotions is not safe? And that's essentially what we take from it as kids. If we're shut down on our emotions and told, no, you mustn't feel that, you mustn't be angry, you mustn't be sad, or you mustn't even be too excited. Like, how kids kind of get whipped up into a frenzy sometimes, and there's that real pure excitement and joy, and that can also get shut down. So we feel like, I'm not safe to feel excited. It's really hard for us then in adulthood to actually break that. And so, we shrink ourselves down, we stay quiet, we stay silent, we stay stuck thinking, I best not express myself because I'll be too much. If I express myself adequately or clearly, I will be too much. And actually, I'm looking to change that. I want us as human beings to be emotionally literate, because it matters. It matters because if we're able to recognize really what's going on for us, like what is the real emotion that we're feeling, then we can do something about it. If I recognize that actually I'm feeling, disrespected, as an example, I can then take steps to rectify the situation that has led to that. If that is the case, I can allow myself to feel it. I'm acknowledging it. I'm bringing my awareness to it. I'm giving myself permission to feel it. And then I'm able to express that. And that is so powerful, being able to express what we are feeling, because it helps us then regulate ourselves. It's self-awareness, it's self-management, it's communication. Like, there's so many amazing skills that will come from being emotionally literate. And we also then learn to recognize that in other people too. And that's gold, because if we are able to hold ourselves through that, then we can hold someone else through that too. And, being able to create space for somebody to experience the feelings that they are experiencing is really, really powerful. So I want you to see this as kind of like the bonus is a double whammy, because not only does it impact on you by being able to increase your communication skills, your self-awareness skills, and so really your ability to be authentic. And when we are authentic, people are able to trust us. There's something about really being truly ourselves. And think about someone whose company you love to be in, and often, if you kind of look at, well, what is it that I like about them? Why are they so good to be around? Often because they're in their own skin really comfortably, they're confident. And if they're confident, they know themselves at a really deep level. They feel this sense of belonging to themselves because they know themselves truly. And to know themselves truly, it's likely that their emotional literacy will be really, really high. So this is really, really important stuff. And it might be a whole new language for you if you've been used to being happy, sad, fine, or something, something of a similar nature. So, yeah, I want you to kind of ask yourself the question, like, how would you rate your emotional literacy? How would you rate your understanding of your own emotions? And and use this kind of spectrum of, do you often just consider yourself as happy or sad or fine, or are you able to express at a much deeper level than that? And ask yourself that question first, and then consider, how would improving your emotional literacy be of benefit to you? Thinking about your relationships with people. Imagine if you could really clearly communicate how you are feeling to the people that love and care about you. Like, oh my goodness, to feel able to express yourself truly and honestly without needing to cover up, without needing to feel ashamed. If you could truly express yourself, what that might enable for you in your relationships, what that might enable for you in terms of, your self-awareness, your ability to be authentic, and therefore, the increase in confidence that comes with things like that. Because we are, when we're able to express ourselves well and we feel seen and we feel heard and we feel understood, we feel more confident. And when we feel more confident, we're able to feel like we belong in all of the places that we are. So I'd love for you to think about those two questions and let me know what you think in the comments, or if you are watching on replay in the email, then send me an email and let me know. I'm really keen to hear your feedback and, of course, any questions that you have as a result. Thank you for watching today. So tomorrow's going to be a really short practice, and there'll be a wheel of emotion that I'll use just to help you kind of, and for you can screenshot it and you can start to use it. There'll be a link to it too. And it's a really nice one just to start to tune into, just for a couple of times a day. How have I felt today? Okay, thanks so much, and I look forward to being with you tomorrow. Have a great evening.